One of the things that worked out well was I was interviewing
Mimi Rogers.
Mimi Rogers, and she had just done a big modeling shoot, and I didn't know anything, and I was just asking the rote questions. I didn't know who the celebrity guests were going to be on the audition, so I just said, so what are you doing? And she said, I just finished a modeling shoot. And she said, modeling's really hard work, and I said, yeah, and I was about to move on, and I just said, like, wait a minute, no, it's not. It's not hard work. I said, hard work is like turning a really big crank, for a living. Right. And it's not much, but it was my own personality just poked through. Like, I forgot to be professional, and I just started making fun of her in this way that I would, and I acted it out in this way that I do now. And the audience really laughed, and I remembered, later on hearing from these NBC executives, when you acted out the big crank, that was really fun.
More crank.
Yeah, more crank.
Keep cranking.
So, whenever our show was in trouble that first year, I'd be like, So.
But back then they had all these laws for late night hosts. It's better if you're from the Midwest like Carson or Letterman. But you and Jay are from the East, from Massachusetts. So
yeah.
Things,
I mean, now all the rules are off. The only reason they thought there were rules back then is that there was so much less television that whenever anybody did anything, it felt like that's the way it must be done.
Right.
I think there were a bunch of things we did early on that I'm still really proud of. I think it looks normal to people now, but when we started out, the silliness of the lips, or having these characters run through in big costumes, or these sketches that we would act out, or these songs that I would sing, people weren't really doing things that were that silly, and it felt like shades of Nickelodeon, or there was this other sort of Pee-wee's Playhouse feel to it. We were always having things come to life, like my chair or the desk, and there was a lot of driving the desk. There was a visually silly element to the show that I think people were like, young people liked it right away, but older people thought, I don't know about that. Why is he jumping around so much? What's with his hair? And then later they were like, oh yeah, that guy, all right.